every segment of my manifesto, I'm trying to fix in how to solve the youth unemployment.
The youth issues.
Yes, youth issues. Out of that 10%, we want to fund the component of national service. That component of national service, possibly on a yearly basis, would want to take in 1 million youth. And the 1 million youth, we could cater for them with 1 trillion shillings out of the 10% national budget. We disburse them to those national farms. Out of the 150 districts currently, we would be able possibly to carve out 100 farms in this country. Those youth should go and work there.
Okay.
But as they are working there, they are not going to work there for free. We must have a stipend for them after possibly the stipulated period. But within that time, we should be having a youth indoctrination policy, training them on entrepreneurship, where the world is going. Mindsets, leaders with radical policies must come up to solve the problem of the youth. I slept in the streets and I know what it means.
Why did you sleep in the streets, by the way? Because we were yet to go back there. But let's first, rewind a little. Why and how did you sleep on the streets?
The streets sometimes comes in a manner that you don't want.
Maybe you were big-headed at home.
I was not big-headed at home.
Were you an orphan?
You are doing business. Even people currently who are sleeping in the streets sometimes are not orphans, but sometimes you're doing business. Demands of the family are so high.
Yeah.
You have gone to a different district. You have sold something small and has taken you to that other district. You don't have money to even go to a guest house. This funny day, I'm able to finance transport up to Lira. And the taxi driver I tell him, you know what, you man, I have transport up to Lira, but I just have my business talk. He said, no, you can sleep in my taxi. The guest house we are in has an enclosure. Do you know what happened? I took it up and I slept in that taxi. The next day, I walked out. One Indian man from a supermarket called Global Supermarket bought my bathing sponges worth 625,000. Once, from that day onwards, I said, I think there is a future.
In sponge?
I used to sell them fine, but one Indian man bought and he was now wholesaling also to others. I woke up and I forgot that I slept in the taxi. So I'm sharing this story.
So was that like sleeping on the street once, sleeping in a taxi once, or it was like a full year of a taxi?
It was not a full year.
Yeah. Because when you mention it, it sounds to me like exaggeration.
Most times, I almost ended up sleeping in the streets. Ever since that day, I resolved that I think when such a scenario comes again, I'll go and look for possibly a bus park and be there. So
could it be your ambition to become president is simply to avenge the bad life you lived earlier so you can feel the privileges of top office?
No. Me, what I want us to understand is, when you are down in the journey of life, you are exposed to the suffering of people.
Yeah.
That's why sometimes they say the best leaders,
the clothes of the enemy,
the best leaders are always made by adversity, not those ones who are in the palaces. One day, even if I am president and they say a calamity has befallen people of hunger, I can relate to the suffering of the people and take action. The reason why I am saying I would want national farms, it's because I have seen people hardly have enough to eat at certain times of the year. And when you see the course of action, I don't appreciate that it's going to save this country. It is projected that our population will be at 100 million people by 2050. In 2023, people died of hunger in Karamoja region. If you looked at our statistics, it's approximated that 2,000 Karamojon to 2,000 something died of hunger. Now, at this population, when we were less than 45 million Ugandans, people hardly had enough to eat. How sure are we that when our projected population reaches 100 million people by 2050, how sure are we that we shall be able to feed our population? I want us to forget about those analogies that why are you resurrecting the things. A leader projects the future of his people.
Vision.
And the vision, yes. And that is what I am predicting. I'm already looking at that. And I want you to
So basically, that's your manifesto.
I want Ugandans to
in
look
parts.
I want Ugandans to look at a 41-year-old thinker and believe that this man can rescue this country. Museveni came to power when he was 42. Even me, I will be sworn in as president at the age of 42. So do not begin asking those questions.
Wait, do you think you have the ability to come out on top come 2026?
Ugandans, I want you to know that the man who is in the studio is packaged. I have the best story to inspire Ugandans to believe that they can make it no matter the situations they are in. And any Ugandan out there, I want you to know.
You have the story, yes.
Yes, put it on record.
Yes, you have
that
the
the
story.
next man to follow President Yoweri Museveni as president is Malinga Gerald. Just put it, note it somewhere.
It's on record. I've even recorded you here.
Note it somewhere.
Even on the radio, we are recording you right now.
Note it somewhere that I will be the next president of this country. I know questions are going to arise.
You clarify on that statement that you'll be the next president of this country. When? Not necessarily, because you might be the next maybe in 2050.
Not 2050. If I
2026.
If I fail to be president in 2026.
You see, you've already now deployed if.
No. Okay, when, assuming
yes.
I don't make it next year, I will be in 2031. Put it
on record.
Those of you who are having books, put it on record. And if you
I'm going to borrow the words of the president sometime.
Yes.
Watch away. Watch away.
No. Don't say so. I know the strategies I'm deploying.
Okay.
I know what story can do.
But you see, it's not the stories that win an election. It is the ability to woo support, to solicit votes, and perhaps as well present what you have in your mind for the future of the country that wins a vote.
I want to tell you this. Every factor contributes. And I always say, if you don't have a great story in a political race, you are as good as a car with a dead engine.
Whoa.
I'm telling you
You
that.
could repeat that?
If you don't have a great story in a political race, you are as good as a car with a dead engine.
Whoa.
One day, or even if this story is massively in the media, someone out there is going to share with the locals that a man who once traversed the streets is contesting for president. And you find people busy taking their local brew. They will be interacting, but that man identifies with us. That alone will call for what they call background checks. Because most people think that having been ushered into the echelons of power through from the streets, they think possibly this is a lunatic playing politics. No, I am not a stupid man.
I was even about to ask you, are you not one of the hired guns, like the talk in town, that maybe he's been given money to fill the ballot paper and then destroy Mpuga's votes?
I want Ugandans to know that I am not another joker in this political race.
I'm going to ask you a question.
Yes, please.
As well, I'm trying to end a particular recording so I can have another one fall in.
Yes.
As someone who is vying for politics, don't you feel maybe perhaps there's others that